What is going on, everyone? My name is XpertGamer. Welcome back to the channel. So last year in 2024, I actually uploaded this video which you're seeing right now. I'll leave this video in the description box below. And basically in this video, I basically showed off my top 5 favorite games ever for my Xbox Series X and also for PC. And I never really explained anything in that video because all I did, I just showed off gameplay, which you're seeing right now in screen right now. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining my top 5 favorite games ever, and I'm going to be counting down to 5 to 1 because I actually like that system rather than actually counting like up really to 1 to 5. So I'm going to be counting down 5 to 1. Now I can tell you this is that I'll tell you this later on, but like 4 of these games I really like on Xbox Series X. One of these games I really like on PC, and you'll probably understand why actually later on in this video. I also put chapters in the description box below, so please check them out also. And without further ado, let's get started with number 5. Alright, to start off with number 5 is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This is actually my favorite Xbox 360 game. Now, all of these videos that I actually made in the past, actually last year, also probably like 2 years ago actually, so please check them out. But Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 comes in at number 5. And this game is actually my favorite Xbox 360 game. I'm not going to explain the reasons why I like this game because I already made that video. I made a review video of 13 years of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, so please check that out. I'll probably leave a link in the description box below for easy access or reference. But I'll tell you this, the reason why I actually like this game so much is because of playing with family and friends. And with specifically family, because as you can see on the corner right now actually, I love playing this game with my family. You know, back in the day, back in 2011, back in 2012, back in 2013, I really loved to play this game with my family, specifically with my uncles, my cousins, my sisters. It was just so much fun, man. And this game is absolutely just amazing to me. And that's the reason why I really like this game a lot on Xbox 360. You can play the game on Xbox One, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC. The Xbox One and PS4 version, including the Xbox Series X, S, and PS5 version, all runs at 1080p 60 frames per second. Now I do own an Xbox Series X, and that game runs at 1080p 60 FPS, but you also have auto HDR, which will actually improve like the lighting and the quality of the game. It looks pretty great actually. The only thing I really wish for this game is that my only gripe about this game is that like I really wish this game actually had like a dedicated story mode, something similar to like the Injustice games or the Mortal Kombat games from NetherRealm Studios. But you know what, for what it is, I actually really like this game a lot, you know? Especially playing with versus mode with family and friends is literally the best part about the game actually. Like I'm actually really happy that this game was first on Xbox 360, which is pretty amazing. And now it's been ported to the Xbox One and PS4 and Xbox Series X and S and PS5 like years later. Like the game was released in 2011, November 2011, and I think during the middle of 2016 the game was remastered or re-released for the current generation consoles and also the last generation consoles. And now you can just play it ever since, and it's just really amazing. The game doesn't need to be optimized. It's not really optimized really. But it is a really fun game, and I also really like this game a lot, really. Again, the only gripe I have with this game is that I really wish it actually has like a dedicated story mode, but I don't think so. That's not really required, really. But the game is, regardless, it's just really fun. And I do recommend this game if you want to play with family and friends, if you just want to like fight around, play around actually. And like I said, if you watch my review, you'll learn more about this. You'll learn more about Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But I generally do believe that this is actually a really, really fun game. And if you're into fighting games and playing with your family and friends, I would probably recommend this the most out of all of them actually. And to give you my score about this game, I'll give this game a 9.7 out of a 10, which is actually the exact same rating which I did in the review of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And so far so great. So let's move on to number 4. Moving on to number 4 is Mortal Kombat XL, my all-time favorite fighting game and my all-time favorite Mortal Kombat game. Mortal Kombat XL is simply the best fighting game of all time actually. In some ways I would say this is a lot more better than Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, But I do have a lower score for this, but it's not that low, to be honest, you know. I'll tell you the score later, actually. But this game it has my favorite fighting game mechanics of all time, which is character variations. And basically what that means is that each character in Mortal Kombat XL has 3 character variations, and you could pick up to 1 character variations to fight in each match. And basically it's just different playing styles, but the way that they actually do it for NetherRealm Studios, specifically in Mortal Kombat X and XL, is absolutely fantastic. Like, I generally do believe that this is actually my favorite fighting game of all time, actually, because of the character variation system. And it's just really awesome, you know. Especially with the Mortal Kombat XL update, which happened in March 1st, 2016, when the game was actually released. It was a really awesome game, you know. It was pretty amazing, actually. I do consider this to be my favorite and the best Mortal Kombat game of all time, next to Mortal Kombat 9, actually, which is a pretty fantastic game. But in some ways, or actually in a lot of ways, this is a lot more better than Mortal Kombat 11 and also Mortal Kombat 1. I also really like the Injustice games. I prefer Injustice 1 over Injustice 2, actually, because I just like the story and also the gameplay. Oh yeah, I'll probably have to blur that out, actually. That's a brutality. But like, yeah, one of my favorite parts about this game is the brutalities, actually. They're a lot more better than like the fatalities and the X-rays, actually. The fatalities are pretty gruesome. The X-rays are pretty nice, actually. But the brutalities are really awesome. If you don't know what a brutality really means, it basically means that you basically can kill your opponent in game instead of actually like killing them after you win a match. So with fatalities, every time you win a match, you have the opportunity to actually kill your character off, actually, your opponent, and it's pretty disgusting, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen all the fatalities in every single Mortal Kombat game. They're pretty nasty, I gotta say, actually. But with brutalities, it's basically a fatality, but in-game. So while you're about to finish your match, you can basically use that opportunity to actually kill your opponent. And Mortal Kombat X started the brutalities, and I think it's a really nice mechanics. And ever since future NRS Mortal Kombat games, Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat 1, they've been using brutalities, and it's pretty nice, actually. I really like that. But Mortal Kombat X started the brutalities, and it's probably one of the best game mechanics ever for fighting games. But in my personal opinion, Mortal Kombat XL has the best like fighting game mechanics, simply because of the character variations. Again, playing with families and friends is always awesome with this game, but I do prefer Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 when it comes to playing with family and friends. That's just my opinion alone, and that's why I give it a higher score than this game. But the game mechanics alone, and having brutalities in Mortal Kombat XL, it's just absolutely like fantastic. You know, I really like that game mechanics. I do have my favorite characters. You know, I'll name my top 3 best favorite characters. Number 1 is Scorpion. Number 2 is Aaron Black, which you're seeing right now. And number 3 is Boraicho. And I gotta say, this game is absolutely amazing, actually. I would say that this game, Mortal Kombat XL, has better controls, fighting controls, and better fighting mechanics than Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The reason why is because with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, every time you actually press a button, actually, you only do one attack move. Now it's pretty much the same with Mortal Kombat X, but it's more improved because you could do combos and everything. You could do combos in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but you really need some skill. Same thing with this game, but you don't need that much practice, actually. And I have practiced before in this game, a lot more, actually, but I digress. This game is just really great, actually. The character variations, it's really fantastic, you know. So for that, I'm giving Mortal Kombat XL a 9.5 out of a 10, actually. The story mode is actually good enough, actually. I prefer Mortal Kombat 9 and Injustice 1 story mode. That's my personal favorite NRS fighting game, a story of all time. Oh, another brutality, there we go. I'm watching my videos again, actually. I also really like the characters, the roster in this game as well. Even the online is actually really fun, but the main selling point for me are the character variations and the brutalities, the start of the brutalities, and especially the start of the character variations. And with that, let's move on with number 3, and this is where things are going to get really good. Coming in at number 3, this is obviously a PC game of my opinion, and that is Batman Arkham City on the PC maxed out settings. Now I already made a video about this, my review about Arkham City, the 13 years of Batman Arkham City, and this is actually my favorite Batman game in general, and also my favorite Batman Arkham game in general. Actually, this game is actually fantastic. This is a 9.8 out of 10. I do remember reviewing the score of this game when I did my review of Batman Arkham City last year of 13 years of Arkham City. And Batman Arkham City, what can I say about this game? It's such an amazing, fantastic game overall. Actually, I personally love Arkham City a lot. I really love Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham Asylum, the first Batman game. It's one of my favorite games ever, actually. But Arkham City is better in every way than Arkham Asylum. I would say that Arkham Asylum and Arkham City in general are basically in my top 5s actually. They're basically neck on neck, really. They're like brothers and sisters. You can't really hate them both actually. And if I had to choose, it has to be Arkham City. Basically everything about Arkham Asylum or Arkham City has been improved in Arkham Asylum, you know. So I just really love Batman Arkham City actually, especially on the PC maxed out settings. I don't like the console versions actually. Like I told you guys, the remaster versions are the worst way to play the game. The graphics, the frame rate is so horrible on console actually, and the PC version is pretty much the only way or the best way or the successor to play the game. It's running at the original Unreal Engine 3. You know, it's not running on the Unreal Engine 4 like the remasters are. In my opinion, it looks better. The art style of Arkham City using Unreal Engine 3, it looks a lot more better than Unreal Engine 4. And also, just overall like the performance and the way you could actually like max out the game actually on PC. And I always play all the Arkham games on PC maxed out settings. I actually on Steam, on my PC I have Steam. I own all of the Batman Arkham games. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and Arkham Knight. I have all DLCs, everything. And I always play these games 1440p, 144Hz, maxed out, even with NVIDIA physics at the highest maximum settings. And if I had to choose my favorite like PC Arkham game, it has to be Arkham City, this game you're seeing right now. And this game is fantastic. I love this game so much. This game is absolutely fantastic. And there's nothing bad about this game. The Riddler is a little bit too much in this game. I do prefer Arkham Asylum Riddler the best. Arkham Origins Riddler is okay actually, and Arkham Knight Riddler is also actually Arkham Origins Riddler sucks, and Arkham Knight Riddler is alright, and Arkham City Riddler is actually it's good. It's a good Riddler actually, but Asylum's Riddler is my favorite actually, and also the best one. And the worst part about this game in my opinion is the remaster port, and I don't like the remaster port a lot actually. I prefer the PC original maxed out settings, Unreal Engine 3. And this game is just fantastic. Again, it's a 9.8 out of 10. I absolutely like this game. It's pretty much the successor to the first Batman Arkham Asylum game in every way possible. The gameplay, the open world, the story especially, and of course the PC version. Even Arkham Asylum PC was actually really awesome. It's one of my favorite PC games ever. But the PC version of Arkham City is my personal favorite Batman Arkham game, and my personal favorite Batman of all time. You know, I love Batman Arkham. I love Batman Arkham's Asylum, City Origins, and Knight. But Arkham City is my personal favorite Batman game of all time, and it's my personal favorite Batman Arkham game. And it's actually my favorite PC game ever, actually. And this game is absolutely fantastic. And if I had to recommend all of them, actually, in terms of like story games, this is what I would recommend the most if you're going to be playing a story mode game, actually, if you're into Batman. And yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. The story's not that long actually, but it is a lot more fun than other like recent games that you've gotten actually. No disrespect to any other developer games, but that's just my opinion alone. But Arkham City, man, what can I say? It's a masterpiece of a game. Again, 9.8 out of 10. It's really awesome. I highly recommend the PC version over the console version. Even if you have an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5, I still recommend the PC version because the PC version is the best way to play all of the Arkham games, specifically Asylum and City, instead of the remaster ports, you know. And that's just my personal recommendations. Actually, your opinion is your opinion, but my opinion is my opinion, and I stand by I stand. Batman Arkham City on the PC is the best way to play Batman Arkham City, and yeah, this game is fantastic. I really like this game. So 9.8 out of 10, really awesome. Let's move on to number 2. So this might come to us as a shock actually, but Watch Dogs 1, Watch Dogs Complete Edition, the very first Watch Dogs game, is actually in number 2 place. And there's a reason why actually. Originally this game was number 1, but I actually really like this game as number 2. And I'm not going to say a lot more about this game because I'm actually planning on making a dedicated video about Watch Dogs, like a review video. And this video, like this game is actually, I'll tell you this. Watch Dogs, the first Watch Dogs game, I think it has better gameplay than GTA 5 and also has a better story mode in GTA 5. But in my opinion, the open world is by far the best in the whole entire like genre of Watch Dogs, and also in GTA, and also in all of open world games. So the reason why is because it's Chicago actually. And fun fact, I was actually born in Chicago. I don't live in Chicago anymore. I live in New Jersey. I live in the East Coast. I'm not going to tell you my exact address. I'm not crazy like that. But I don't live in Chicago anymore, but I still love and respect Chicago all the way. Actually, I still support it. And this game being in Chicago is actually really awesome. You know, it's like a full circle moment. And Watch Dogs is just an amazing game. Again, I'm planning on making a dedicated video about me talking about Watch Dogs, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. But just Watch Dogs in general, it's just a really awesome game. My favorite part, besides the actual game location, which takes place in Chicago, Illinois, my favorite part about this game is that on Xbox Series X, the game runs at the original 792p resolution like the Xbox One. But thanks to Xbox Series X's backwards compatibility technology, the game runs at FPS boost 60 FPS, and it has auto HDR. Now I own an LG C1 OLED and 55 inches, and I have an Xbox Series X. And if you play that game with those settings, oh man, it looks awesome, man. Especially with HDR, it looks fantastic. I know it's not a 4K game or anything like that, but it looks amazing. Watch Dogs, I would absolutely give it a 9.8 out of 10. My only wish for this game, and this is also for the sequel of Watch Dogs 2, my only wish for this game is that I really wish that Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2, I really wish this game was either optimized, like it has like a high resolution and 60 FPS as standard, or a complete remaster of some sort, you know? Now, I know this because of Ubisoft recently like optimized Far Cry 5 and also Far Cry New Dawn, which is great. With Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2, the game has to be optimized. The game has to be like remaster of some sort, you know. Next year, Watch Dogs 2 will be turning 10 years, next November. And this May, Watch Dogs 1 turns 11 years old. So it's about time the game has to be like remaster or like optimized. And Ubisoft, if you're watching this video, please either remaster both Watch Dogs games or just optimize them for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. If I had to buy them again, I'll buy it actually because I'm a huge fan of these games. But if it was a free upgrade, it'll be totally 100% better actually. And this game is absolutely fantastic, you know. This is my favorite open world game of all time. Again, I'm going to make a dedicated video about this, so stay tuned. But Watch Dogs, as of right now, is a 9.8 out of 10. If a optimized Xbox Series X version does come out, or a remaster port of version does come out at some point, I will make this game a 10 out of 10, and that's just my opinion alone. But right now, it's a 9.8. And what you're getting right now with the FPS boost and auto HDR on Xbox Series X and S is just fantastic, really. But I do like to see this game having a 4K resolution at 60 FPS as standard with HDR support, and all DLC completely free. Same with Watch Dogs 2. And I know with Watch Dogs Legions, the game is already optimized, which is great, but not a lot of people actually like Watch Dogs Legions, and I get it. Actually, the game is okay, Watch Dogs Legions, but I much prefer the first and second Watch Dogs game, specifically the first game actually, because I really like the story. It's actually my favorite story mode game of all time. But the open world is actually my favorite open world game ever. And this game, I'll say this game is better than GTA 5. This game is better than GTA 5 in every way. Watch out for my review of Watch Dogs, and I'll explain why later actually in that video. But this game is better than GTA 5 in every way possible actually, except for the online actually. But this game, the story mode is absolutely awesome, and the open world. And what can I say? 9.8 out of a 10, just like Arkham City, except Xbox Series X, FPS boost, auto HDR, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic of a game. I highly recommend this game. Let's move on to number 1. Alright, coming in at number 1, this is actually not a surprise whatsoever, and that is Hitman World of Assassinations. Hitman World of Assassinations is my personal all-time favorite video game ever, and this is the best game in the world. And Hitman World of Assassinations is my personal favorite game of all time, especially on Xbox Series X. I already made a review about this, so you could go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description box below. But I'm not going to talk a lot about this game. But this game is really awesome. Like, this game is actually a really awesome game. I do recommend this game a whole lot actually. This is my favorite all-time optimized Xbox Series X game ever. The game runs at native 4K, 60 frames per second with HDR support on Xbox Series X. It's the best Xbox Series X game of all time. It's the best video game of all time. And it's my personal favorite video game of all time actually. If I had to recommend all of the games actually, my top 5s actually for video games, this will be my most recommended game out of all of them. Even Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and also Watch Dogs. This is the game I would recommend the most out of all of them. The reason why, the gameplay, the maps, the graphics, it's just absolutely fantastic. And I'm not going to say a whole lot more about Hitman World of Assassinations because I already made a review about this. But just, this game is fantastic. Please buy this game. Please support IO Interactive. They're pretty underrated developers. But their games that they make, especially the Hitman franchise, especially the World of Assassination trilogy, Hitman World of Assassinations, is absolutely 100% perfection in my opinion actually. And just recently, we got 9 years of Hitman 2016, which is awesome. I made a video about that, which you're watching right now actually. I'll leave a link in the description box below for that. But this video, man, like this game, Hitman World of Assassinations, it used to be called Hitman 3, but Hitman World of Assassinations on Xbox Series X, native 4K, 60 FPS, HDR support, 8 times anisotropic filtering, ultra texture qualities, high resolution shadows. It's the best game on earth. I want to stress out, like, this is the best game ever in my opinion actually. I don't care what anyone says. I know GTA 6 is releasing. It's going to be the best game ever. I feel like GTA 6 and Hitman World of Assassinations are going to be really, really awesome actually. And yeah, I honestly I can't wait for GTA 6, but that's besides the point. But this game, Hitman World of Assassinations, this is my personal favorite video game of all time actually. And I would do 100% recommend this game to everyone. If you own a console, PC, like whatever, play this game. This game is awesome. So before I actually end off here, actually, to summarize, I have 5 favorite games actually. 4 of these games are on Xbox Series X. 1 of these games are on PC. The 4 games that I really like on Xbox Series X, I'm going to be counting down. So number 4, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Number 3, Mortal Kombat XL. Number 2, Watch Dogs 1. And number 1 is Hitman World of Assassinations. And for the PC only is Batman Arkham City on the PC maxed out settings. And I made so many videos about these games, and please check them out actually. They're on my YouTube channel. I'll leave a few links in the description box below, such as my Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and also my Hitman review. So please check that out. Again, I'm coming back to YouTube slowly actually. So again, the wait, I know the wait has been killing us actually, killing me. But I can't wait to come back to YouTube actually and start recording more videos and uploading them to YouTube. Right now I'm taking a break because of Ramadan actually, but once when Ramadan is officially over, which I think is in March 31st or April 1st, hopefully the GTA 6 trailer does release, but also I will be like returning back to YouTube and start uploading more often actually than usual. Like I said in my Assassin's Creed 3 video and also my Hitman video, which I just released recently, so please go check them out actually. And honestly guys, I just can't wait actually, and these are basically my top 5 favorite games. I'm also planning on making my top 10 favorite games, like I'll be talking about them and showing off gameplay. So I'll definitely do that later down in this year actually, later down in the year in 2025. But I just want to make this video about explaining my top 5 favorite video games of all time actually. I'll leave my top 5 favorite video games on link in the description box below. But this is just like the reasons why actually. The only part I changed is that Hitman World of Assassinations is number 1, and Watch Dogs 1 or Watch Dogs Complete Edition is at number 2. Those are the only things that I actually changed actually. So if you're gonna watch that video, which should be linked in the description box below, those are the only 2 things I actually changed, and yeah, I can't wait for that. And I can't wait for GTA 6 trailer 2. Please happen in April. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did, please like and subscribe for more. Make sure you have notifications on always. And yeah, and then also please follow me on my social media, Twitter and Instagram, and also my YouTube links. All links will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time.